Peace and love, everyone. I'm Noble Isaiah L, and I will be giving you a astrology forecast. Some things to look out for this week, some things you can expect. And again, this is going to be some things that will take place this week, so you can be on the lookout for. Today is a great day, a holy day, a special day, a day of remembrance. This is 7/11, and it's symbolic or um, a time for remembrance of a significant time for Moors when we actually ruled what they call Spain, which is actually called Al Andalusia or Granada. We actually contributed a lot to civilization, and some of those things are math, horticulture, agriculture, science, astrology, cosmology, numerology, you name it. We contributed a lot to civilization, and so this is a great time to remember those things, as this is a foreshadow of what's to come in this age, the age of Aquarius. And for those who think that astrology is evil, or it's Jibby Josh or whatever, um, astrology is very significant. It's a way of life, and the stars in the sky, the constellations, the other planets, they're all alive, and they have influence on human psychological behavior. So they play out in a significant way on man, okay, and woman. So astrology is very important, and I'm just going to give you a insight of what's going to take place. Now, I do have the chart here on the tablet, because I do know that we experienced some technical difficulties with the sharing program through the stream. So it's still going to be fine. We're still going to go ahead and look at the chart. I have both of the charts pulled up, so I'm just going to give you an overview right now. And Monday, we're going to have the moon making its presence felt. Is going to be in a conjunction with Venus and Mars. And then later on that day, you're also going to have Mercury trining Jupiter. A very good aspect. So that's a great day. Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, you're going to have Mars and Venus in Leo, which is another great aspect. Conjunction in that tight orb, going to be another great day. And that'll be a great day for many things, and we'll get into that. But Wednesday, you're going to have a neutral day where the moon will be in Virgo, trining Uranus and Pluto, and those are some very favorable aspects. Um, Thursday is going to be more of the same from Wednesday, except you're going to have the sun join in a trine with Neptune. Friday is a neutral day. That will be the holy day for all the Moors. Saturday, you're going to have the sun opposing Pluto in a T square with the moon. So another tough aspect. But tough aspects are good, as they help mold our character. And the sun will be on Sunday. The lunar T square will take place with Saturn and Uranus. Okay, so this will be a time where you'll forget about obligations during that day, but we'll get more into that. Um, so let's go ahead and get started. And at the end, we're going to go ahead and do a Morse Tarot reading for the Moors, Tarot of the Moors deck. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be switching back and forth between the desktop and the actual tablet software. So today again, we had these squares take place, the T squares take place. So a lot of hard pressing decisions and choices to be made, um, especially for um, choosing between your career, your relationships, your personal identity, and in the home. So I'm going to go ahead and get. Matter of fact, I'm going to actually try to touch on all signs this time, and we're going to get deeper into the chart. So to start off, this is Cancer season, so happy solar return, happy Cancer season to all my Cancers. And if you are a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Rising, um, happy Cancer season to you as well. So the sun is at 19 degrees in Cancer on the ninth house. This chart I pulled up is for Baltimore, Maryland. The ninth house, okay, the sun in the ninth house. This, gives those who this applies to for, cancers, my cancer signs. The focus right now for you is more on learning. This can be through uh, taking in more philosophy, undergoing some type of apprenticeship to study more, uh, theology, some type of learning that's taking place. Or this could even be teaching, and this is definitely making a um, exploration into the uh, different foreign national studies, or this is, traveling abroad. This is, you can, having a career even in architect, or um, you know artifacts, digging up a lot of artifacts, um, archaeology. All of those things will, be prominent for you, and as your ruler is in the 10th house. Okay, so for a lot of my cancers during this time, you're focused on career, um, and how to actually apply happiness to your career, how to have fun while you're actually climbing the ladder of success. And you'll have a tendency to be lazy if you're not careful, because this is where you feel comfortable. But right now, you get the most gratification from going after something, a career that brings you not only happiness but somewhere you can have fun and merge the two. Um, and for my Leos, in the 10th house, this is the height of the chart. You have the midheaven there as well. Um, the ruler of Leo is in the ninth house, so you guys are swapping places. So this is a swap between your purpose in Leo, your heart, and your emotions for Cancer in the 10th house. So my Cancers, you will go after career paths that make you feel the most emotional gratification, while my Leos will pursue something uh, as far as educational to help them move forward as far as their career wise. And then here we have Venus at 17 degrees in Leo. So again, Monday will be a great day. And you also have Mars there as well. So Monday and Tuesday, you can look forward to spending and shopping. Now, this could be a tricky one, because if you get finances from your job or line of employment, um, you might actually take that card and start spending up, the company's finance, or you might be using the company's conveyance or something of that nature to bring you more happiness and peace. This is also for my Leos that want to contribute some type of art form to the world, to the public eye. Um, and I see you definitely taking action to making this happen. This is where you step up and have that boost of leadership take place in the career, in the workplace, in the 10th house. Um, for my Virgos, you guys have nothing here in the 11th house as far as this chart is concerned, but you do have your ruler, um, Mercury, in the 8th house. So you guys, definitely want to be careful. Take care of your second gut, your stomach, and your intestines. I'm sorry. Take care of your intestines, and you definitely want to make sure you take care of your mind, because this is at 29 degrees. This is a critical degree. Um, and when you have this critical degree, 29 degrees, this is where sudden changes take place, or what they call era or terror, or illnesses and things of that nature. So this can be, mental illness take place, depression, schizophrenia, some type of thing that happens with the mind. Um, or this could just be, a real bad depression. But you want to make sure you take care of yourself, take care of your mind, and be careful of these critical degrees. For my Libras, again, your planetary ruler, you're in the 12th house, but your planetary ruler is in the 10th house, and it's in Leo. So when it comes to some type of institution, you could be in um, the medical field. You can also be in prison, working behind some type of institution to bring balance and justice as a social worker or something of that nature. This is where you try to add passion towards your employment and try to help out the world and others through your expression and art. You're really putting in a certain art form to help heal others. So I like this aspect for you. So moving on now to my Scorpios, you're on the first house, so this is all about identity, self will, self power. This is where your part of fortune is, 24 degrees. Um, this is a deep dive to find out who you are and find out your true identity. Um, Again, your planetary ruler is Mars, is in the 10th house, so this is trying to find out who you are in the workplace, trying to find out more about why you're trying to lead and how things work in your career so that you can know who you are and not lose yourself. Also, you have Pluto, and Pluto is actually another ruler of um, Scorpio, and that's in the third house. So this is uh, penetrating. This is the willpower to penetrate whoever they put in front of you. If you're in an investigative field, or if you are a detective or something of that nature, doing research, this is the ability to penetrate and try to find the answer. And it's retrograde, so this is figuring out the problems within the institution, trying to see what went wrong, so how you can fix things in a practical manner as you apply your emotions with your comprehension from a common sense standpoint to fix the problems within this community, institutional organization. So for my Sagittarius, you're in the second house. You have the South Node there that's been there for a while. It's retrograde. This is a lesson about learning how to balance your finances, resources, and values. As you in the past life, you already had a certain amount of riches, acquired wealth. Now it's time to learn how to use your gifts and use others' gifts as a spiritual lesson. Learn how to lead and delegate. Okay, learn how to use those gifts of managing and speaking to um, get obtain what you're trying to go after. Uh, and again, you have Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius. It's in the fifth house. So when it comes to having a fun, loving nature, this can be, you know, something that you try to create with your children, or just where you just try to have fun and be creative with your endeavors. Capricorn is in the third house, and Capricorn being in the third house, you have uh, Pluto currently there, but your planetary ruler is Saturn. Okay, and it's not too far away. It's in the fourth house. So the lesson here is more so about um, learning how to transform those within the community for the highest good of all. This is where you have the ability to once again um, dig deep for the problem and search. Capricorn is an earth sign, so we're dealing with the earth. So this is getting beneath the surface whenever Pluto is here, so that you can solve problems more efficiently. You have Saturn in the fourth house in its other home sign, Aquarius. So this is trying to you're still trying to use methods from the old ways or the traditional ways of doing things, um, because that's your habit, that's what you're used to, is in that hemisphere of the chart where it's more personal towards achieving things. So this is continuing on that path, but trying to figure out a new way to dig deeper. Okay, and for my Aquarius, this is the fourth house for you. Saturn is home there for you, is retrograde, and this is you know be all about restrictions in the home. Or at least this is how you might be feeling. Um, even dealing with parents or those close to you in the home. Those certain limitations in the home can cause a lot of restrictive energy and make you want to rebel. You also have your other planetary ruler, Uranus, is in the seventh house. So it's in the seventh house, and it's also 14 degrees of Taurus. So naturally, this is trying to find another way to do things as well, trying to bring in the old ways of doing things will not work for my Aquarius Sun Moon Horizon. This is learning the lesson about merging the old with the new, in particular circumstances in the home. Okay, so for my Pisces, you have Jupiter home, you have Neptune home, both of them home in the fifth house. So again, when it comes to a creative business or idea or some old pastime hobby that you may have, you might share this with your children, or this might be an expansion to have more children, and to try to get more in touch with why the purpose of why your children are here, to help them grow and develop. You have Jupiter at 1 degree, and then you have Neptune at 23 degrees. So um, this connection is far apart, but it's not too far apart where you still won't get that one. Like, it's like jumping into a pool. When you jump in the pool, you're already at the other end, but you still get that splash on your face. So um, that's what takes place with this 1 degree of Jupiter, 23 degrees of Neptune. Um, so nonetheless, it's still a good aspect here. A chance to build with your children, or build on the pastime. Then we have Aries in the sixth house of, and Chiron is there in Aries. So a lot of my Aries Sun Moon Horizon, you've been going through lessons, tough lessons, about you know going through wounds that other people won't endure at this time, and this is where you have to learn those tough lessons about serving, about when to say no, when is too much, how to step up and be more of yourself and lead. You have your ruling planet in the 10th house, and is in Leo. So that's extra firepower to help you as you go through these tough lessons that you're going to give back to the community. And this is where you're learning a lesson of not being a slave to the work and service, but learning a balance and how to also lead. In the 7th house, we have Taurus. Zodiac there, Sun, Moon, Horizon here. You have Uranus and Taurus. So when it comes to my Taurus, you've been focusing on relationships. Venus is in the 10th house. This has become a big focal point: career, love. There will be different ways that you approach your relationships. This might be because Uranus is there in Taurus. This is sudden changes and abrupt changes to your approach to dating, being in unions, being in contracts and agreements. This is shattering of the old and implementing something new in a practical way. So could be even where you have multiple partners, multiple living conditions, domicile conditions, you name it. So you're trying to figure out a new way to share information and technology in a more common sense, practical way. You have a lot of generations here represented by Uranus. They're rebelling against the old way of doing things, as far as unions, relationships, friendships, and that things of that nature, contracts, disputes. Now it has to be brought back to light in a natural, common sense, nature's law way. Then you have in the 8th house, you have Gemini, and again, the North Node is there in Gemini. Vertex is there. North Node retrograde. You have Mercury also in the 8th house. Actually transitioning is at 29 degrees, and these are critical degrees in astrology. So you have for my Gemini's, very investigative mind at this time. You've been wanting to probe, get into more information about the occult, the esoteric, the hidden realm. You've been wanting to learn more about these things, and it's all great. You have the ability to do so. That's what seems to be keeping your interest at this time. And because Mercury's home is giving you that flair, that mental flair, to be able to communicate and express your findings in your research. So this is the entire signs. So let's go ahead and flip the chart to tomorrow. So let's flip it. So let's do the 12. Okay, yeah. So Monday, this is what we're going to be looking at. The Moon, Mars, and Venus all in the 10th house. So this is more firepower. Coming Monday, the moon will be making its stand. As it's growing away from the sun. It's giving you some good energy. It's the path that you're on for my cancers. Sun, moon, horizon is actually beginning to open up. Okay, there's more light that's being shown on which direction to go. And then you have loving Venus there. So the ability to nurture, you love to nurture, and through music, food, wine, art, beauty, all of these things as far as your career goes, this can actually put you to the next level when you tap into those gifts. Some of you are talented, you're sitting on gifts, and Mars is there helping you along the way to take action and to be a warrior to fight against those things that are holding you back as the moon is growing away from the sun. This is giving you more firepower. So don't sit on this power on Monday and also on Tuesday. You're going to have a lot of this same thing going on. And again, you got more favorable aspects. This trine, uh, between Cancer and Pisces. Okay, that'll be taking place tomorrow as well. So you have the um, youngest water element with the eldest water element, the creation, beginning, and end with the transitional elemental sign in Pisces. This is a great blend to um, transition between the information and things that you're learning. You got to be able to trade off information, share and grow and learn more information so that you can go further along your journey. Okay, so now let's go ahead and fast forward. Okay. So this is the 13th. So this is Tuesday. So here we have um again, some of you will be spending some of the corporation or your company's finances, or you'll be spending your finances at your company or line of employment. You have this big opposition, but it won't be enough to overpower your feelings of joy, happiness, and love during that day. Um, the moon will have transitioned to Virgo. So as far as Venus and Mars, they'll be in opposition to Saturn and Aquarius. So you'll have 180 degrees opposition in the Saturn aspect at home, but there's still a lot to be learned in your own personal homes. Um, you have Venus and Mars there, you know, giving you enough energy to hold you over until Wednesday. And let's go ahead and look at Wednesday. And as we see on Wednesday, um, you have more of the same taking place. Okay, the sun is actually growing closer to transitioning. Is at 22 degrees, and here you have Mercury entering into Cancer. So this is now the ninth house, depending on the location, of course. Mercury into Cancer, giving you the ability to have an opportunity to merge your mentality, your problem solving skills through erudition, education, teaching, learning, sharing information. And this may be, Mercury is the quick fleeted planet, likes to travel. So this can be dealing with some type of traveling as a way of earning more information, more credentials. So this is taking place on Wednesday, and as we continue to move forward, again, um, still more of the same. Um, Great aspects. You just have to factor in what's going to take place. Let's move ahead. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is where your squares will come into place. Um, between the ninth house, the things that you'll be studying and trying to remember, trying to recall, you'll get a boost because Mercury will be there. But now the things that you're taking in will start to question and make you question and challenge your identity. With the moon being in Scorpio or just entering into Scorpio, you'll have a strong emotional urge to learn more about self. And you might even get into studies about sex, studies about um, male female relations, You might have stronger urges during this time, and this is again the moon waxing in light. So then you also have to factor in the other squares that will be taking place between those things that's going to take place in the home. But there's lessons to be learned in the home because you will get fortune when you learn that lesson. Saturn is retrograde, so there's some things that you need to be more strict and disciplined on in the home so that you can learn your lesson for your growth. And then you'll also have to factor in whatever you're learning in the home, that's your foundation. It will be in conflict with your relationships, the norm, what you've been used to, but what you've been taught about relationships, unions, contracts, and partnerships. That will be in a square. So this is a lot of choosing. And I don't want you to look at squares as something bad because squares are there to challenge you, to make you better. A lot of people have squares in their chart, grand squares, squares. A lot of successful people have squares because it's through the squares that they learn how to push through their challenges and become better people. And like they say, those who fail a lot, quote unquote, fail a lot, they have a lot of lessons to offer. So it's all up to you how you look at it. Um, and then let's look at, let's see. I think that's it for as far as the square. You're going to have, again, a lunar square take place. It'll be tough when it comes to your career, your identity, and your relationships. Okay, maybe you haven't got that contract you was hoping for, that agreement, that deal, that partnership, that love you've been looking for. Um, you'll be questioning your identity, and who you are in the midst of all of this. And sometimes it is good to question who you are as a reminder so you can continue to search because uh, everything must continue to evolve. So when it comes to your career, your self identity, and your relationships with others, those all will be in a three-way challenge. Okay, then you also look at um, the challenge between your identity, the home, and your relationship. So you're having this mirror effect, this kite effect that's taking place. But again, squares are there to push us to the next level. So let me see. Let's go ahead. I already pre-shuffled the deck, um, and we're going to go ahead and see what's the reading for this week. We have the Moon card in reverse, the Strength card upright, Three of Wands upright, Princess of Cups upright, the World card in reverse, Emir of Swords in reverse, the Ascetic in reverse, Seven of Discs in reverse, Malika of Swords in reverse, and the Jinn in reverse. And again, remember that this week be a better week. Okay, it's going to finally begin to feel like summer. But remember, this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, will be a tougher aspect. You're not going to want to really push through with your obligations. You're going to want to kick back and relax and enjoy the wave. And I would, because this is where sometimes you need breaks. And, this week will be compounded with a lot of opportunities for relaxation, fun, and work. But you also, at the end of the week, want to look out for those tough challenges that you just need to pull away and to just um, retreat. So you have the Moon card in reverse. Okay, the Moon card in reverse. So for this week, you will be dealing with learning how to merge the light versus dark. Okay, some of you will fall prey to feeding the uh, dog, or some of you will fall prey to feeding the wolf when you can actually divide and feed both. This is your conscious and subconscious mind thinking in reverse of the light that's been shed on this current path. There's some things that some people are going to be rebellious and ignore when it's right in your face because you're choosing to feed um, neither of the two. You will choose to stand down. But some of you will actually exercise strength. You will say, I will overcome this, and I will ride the wave of this energy that is a gift from the universe this week. A lot of great information coming out, a lot of exciting news, a lot of great information coming out this week. You will be able to take that and merge it with your strength. Um, you will be able to contain that beast that's within, um, contain that lower self, I should say, and the focus is the Three of Wands, because some of you have been putting in so much work and you will reap some rewards. At least you will have things going the right direction this week. Three of Wands, again, the sun rising on all of your endeavors, and you will get help, aid from someone, bringing in not only help for your work, but also help as far as advice and any other thing you might need. This might be a Cancer, Virgo, Leo. This might be someone coming in bringing help, and it could be Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Horizon. Some of you in the past, you've experienced the world in reverse, so it actually caused an effect on you that hurt you, and you felt helpless. It's nothing you can do about certain situations that come to you. You've been dealing with a Taurus, Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius, and you felt helpless, like I can't move around a situation, and I don't know exactly what to do as far as the current conditions I'm faced with, and that contributed to this Amir of Swords. You feel like because of that, what do I do? I've been hoping to be the charismatic one when it comes to my friends, groups, kindred, loved ones, and even on the workplace, but for some reason, this me feeling in this mode have been making contributing to this feeling of um, not wanting to take information from others. You think you know it all. And that sucks, because when you think you know it all, you don't leave room for growth or for others to add and contribute. And that's what's been causing you to not want to commit to training against the grain of what you naturally would do. Sometimes we get in the habit of thinking just because we're doing it that it's the correct way of doing things, and that's not always the case, because there's evidence here showing you that as you conform, you're actually stifling your own evolution and growth. And that is causing and contributing to the Seven of Disc. So for some of you, you will experience this Seven of Disc in reverse. And while it's in reverse, this is losing out on opportunities, because you're looking at the big picture and the big journey and saying that I can't go further. I don't have what it takes to go further. It's unfortunate, because you do. And that's going to contribute to the Malik of Swords. Malik of Swords in reverse, you won't feel on your square. You won't feel like you have it all together mentally to take over this battle. And that's because you're sidetracked with some things that you're not letting go. There's maybe this is you infidelity. Okay, this could be some foul play, trying to cut corners, get ahead. You are trying to skip and blow up, and sometimes you can go blow up overnight, but that really never happens. A lot of times, it's a lot of hard work put in behind the scenes, and if you want genuine uh, results, you have to put in genuine work. Some of you have been holding on to those things that just mean good. This week, you'll have an opportunity to shed a lot of that starting off on Monday. You get a great start, a great chance on Monday to start the week off fresh. And then, of course, at the end of the week is the week that or the time you have to worry about a lot of this energy here. So this is a reflection of what's going to take place this week. However, I do think, let's see what this Jen is about. Nine of Cups. The Jen is about your stinking thinking towards things that's already within you. I'm looking at the things within you. We're dealing with the first hemisphere of the chart. This is bringing those things out of you that are of value that others can see. They can see, you see those 9 cups? I can see this person has 9 cups, but this person is looking at me, what I have, and they're not looking at the things they have as valuable and as resourceful. They can be putting all of those 9 cups to work, but they rather pout and look at me because they're desiring something that someone else has, but they have something that other people desire. This is what this Jen is telling me, and I think that um, because you're looking at this, other people's resources and wealth, this is also Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter retrograde, and currently, let's see, Jupiter retrograde in the chart is in the fifth house. So, again, for you creative gurus and creative geniuses out there, look at what you have within you, because that's what's going to put you forward this week. So, I hope this was able to help. Do we have any questions? Any questions or comments before we get out of here? And also, be on the lookout for and putting together some good series for us to study and research, so you guys can help me out when we go to the Tierra saga, and join the search, because we're searching for truth, and this is a quest for truth. So any questions or comments at this time? And again, remember, this is 7-11. So I just want you to remember this time, Moors, when we contributed a lot to humanity and civilization, home and abroad. And we have all of these, we still have a lot of these gifts and talents within our DNA, and we still can make these things happen. I hope that I'm doing my part with helping you to see astrologically what's ahead, so you can prepare yourself better. And again, I do think that this will take place in the age of Aquarius. We may not see it, but our future generations will see the light balancing out the darkness. Any questions? Okay, so I see that there's no questions. So I hope this was able to help. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all in the next broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will be doing the tarot card readings. So peace and much love. Have a good night.